The majority of clients in the home need assistance with walking or other body movements. As a home health aide, you need to know how to provide this assistance in a way that keeps the client safe and comfortable, while also reducing your own chance of injury. In this tape, we'll review the basics of good body mechanics. We'll review some common bed positions for clients and how to move them into these positions. We'll discuss the proper procedures for lifting, turning, log rolling, and dangling the client. We'll learn how to use a transfer belt and look at a variety of postural supports. We'll discuss transferring the client from and to a wheelchair, bed, and toilet. Finally, we'll learn about lifting devices that can be used in the client's home to help you move the client. First, it is important to know the basic guidelines for lifting and moving a client. Follow these rules to prevent injury to yourself and to the client. Keep your back straight. Don't twist or bend. Keep your feet apart, about the width of your shoulders, to provide a good base of support. Bend your knees, not your back. Use the weight of your body to help pull or push an object. Use the strong muscles of your thighs, not your back, to lift objects. Hold objects close to your body, not far away. Do not lift an object higher than your chest. Face the area where you are working, so you do not need to twist your upper body. When you need to turn, pivot your whole body. Don't twist at the waist. If you are lifting a load that is too large or heavy, get help from another person or use a mechanical device. Synchronize your movements with the client or with the family member that is helping you. Counting 1, 2, 3 is a good way to coordinate a lift. Following these simple guidelines can help protect you as you move and position your client. The client's positioning is important. It keeps pressure off body parts, helps the client breathe easily, and prevents injury. Home health aides need to know different positions for their clients and the proper procedures for getting clients into these positions. If the client requires total assistance in positioning and transferring, it is advisable to have a hospital bed in the home. This type of bed can be raised or lowered easily. Some hospital beds are electric and very easy to operate for both the aide or the client. It is always safer to lift a client at your working height rather than at a lower height. Always check the care plan for any specific instructions or limitations before positioning the client. For demonstration purposes only, we have left off the top covers. Turning clients on their side can provide comfort and relieve pressure on body parts and prevent pressure sores. Begin by washing your hands. This should be your first step whenever you begin a procedure that involves moving or touching the client. Provide for the client's privacy throughout the procedure by closing the door or asking others to leave the room. Tell the client what you plan on doing. Clients should always be aware of how you are moving them and why. If using a hospital bed, raise it to your working height. Go to the side of the bed opposite the side toward which you plan to turn the client. Cross the client's arm over the chest. Place your arm under the client's neck and shoulder. Place your other arm under the client's mid-back. Move the upper part of the client's body toward you. If you are working with a twin bed, pull the upper part of the body as far to the side as possible. If the client is in a full bed, you will have quite a bit of room with which to work. Be careful not to shear the skin. Shearing occurs when the skin sticks to a surface while the muscles beneath the skin slide with the body. The skin moves in one direction as deeper tissues move in the opposite direction. This often results in torn, damaged skin that may be painful and open to infection. Shearing can be reduced by using a draw sheet or lift sheet to assist in positioning the client. Place the leg nearest you over the other leg. Put one arm under the client's waist and the other under the thighs. Move the lower part of the client's body towards you. Turn the client to the opposite side. Pull the shoulder that is touching the bed slightly towards you. Pull the buttock that is touching the bed slightly towards you. Place 1 or 2 pillows under the back and buttocks. Place the bottom leg in extension or straight and flex or bend the upper leg. Place a small folded blanket, towel, or small pillow between the upper and lower legs. When positioning clients, never leave 2 surfaces of the skin touching one another. Such contact can cause friction. The 2 surfaces rub against each other and cause skin breakdown. Place a pillow under the client's head to keep the client's head and neck in alignment with the spine for comfort. Rotate the client's arm to bring it up to the pillow, with the palm facing up. Place the other arm on a pillow that extends from above the elbow to the fingers. Extend the fingers. Check to see if the client is comfortable or in pain. If you have time, apply lotion to the client's back. Check to make sure there are no objects under the client, such as tubing or crumbs, which may leave indentations on the skin. If using a hospital bed, lower the bed. When you are through with the positioning, wash your hands. Document the change of position and any other pertinent information, such as any reddened areas of the skin you may have noticed while positioning the client. Make sure the client is aligned properly and comfortably. If possible, give the client a bell or some other device before you leave the room so the client can call for assistance if needed. One of the most common positions for clients is called the Fowler's position. This elevates the client's back to a 45-degree angle, accommodating activities like eating, reading, watching TV, and talking to visitors. Begin by washing your hands. Tell the client what you plan to do. Provide for the client's privacy throughout the procedure if other people are in the home. Check to see that the client's spine is straight and the knees are flexed and in the middle of the bed. In a full bed, most clients prefer to be on one side or the other, rather than in the middle. Ask which side the client prefers. Support the client's head and neck with 1, 2, or 3 pillows. Elevate the head and chest to a 45-degree angle. The client's knees should be flexed. This keeps the body from creeping or sliding down in bed. It may help to place a small pillow under both knees. Place a pillow under each arm, from the elbows to the fingertips, to support the shoulders. Place a pillow or some other device, such as a foam rubber wedge, against the client's feet to help prevent foot drop. Make sure the client is comfortable. Wash your hands and document the change of position. To relieve pressure, clients may occasionally assume a prone position, resting on their abdomen. Many older clients find this position uncomfortable. Never leave a client in a prone position for more than 15 to 20 minutes. As always, wash your hands and tell the client what you are about to do. If the client is in a full bed, ask which side the client prefers. Provide for the client's privacy throughout the procedure if other people are in the home. Turn the client on their abdomen. Make sure the spine is straight and their face is turned to one side. Extend the client's legs. Flex the arms and bring them up to either side of the head. Place a small pillow under the abdomen. For women, this will reduce pressure against the breasts. As an alternate, you can place a small rolled towel under the client's shoulders or midsection. Clients should be able to move their heads while in this position. Place another pillow under the lower legs to prevent pressure on the toes. Give the client a bell or some other calling device in case the client needs something. Wash your hands. Document how long the client was in this position and how well the client tolerated it. The supine position is used for client comfort and pressure relief. It is also a position that helps the body function more efficiently. Wash your hands and tell your client what you're about to do. If using a hospital bed, raise it to your working height. Place a pillow under the client's head so that it is about 2 inches above the level of the bed. The pillow should extend slightly under the shoulders. Extend the client's arms straight out, with the palms of the hands flat on the bed. Pillows can be used to support the arms. Place a small pillow, a rolled-up towel, or a folded flannel sheet along the side of the client's thigh and tuck it smoothly under the thigh. This will prevent the hips and thighs from rotating inward or outward. This is called maintaining good body alignment. Place a small pillow or towel under the client's ankles to prevent the heels from rubbing against the sheets. If using a hospital bed, lower the bed. Make sure the client is comfortable. Wash your hands and document the change of position. Clients who remain in bed for a length of time will tend to slide down. This can be uncomfortable and create poor body alignment. Move the client up in the bed periodically to prevent this. A draw sheet can be used for this procedure. You will need another person to help you, for example, a friend or family member. Wash your hands and tell the client what you are about to do. Have each person stand on opposite sides of the bed. Remove pillows and top covers. Be sure the client is fully clothed or draped to avoid exposure or embarrassment. Prop one pillow against the headboard to prevent the client's head from hitting the headboard when you are moving the client up. Place a lift sheet under the client. This can be a draw sheet or a regular sheet folded in fours. The top of the lift sheet should extend a few inches above the client's shoulders. The bottom should extend to the client's knees. The lift sheet can be left under the client after the move. Turn your body and feet toward the head of the bed. Keep your feet apart and bend your knees slightly. Remember not to bend at your waist. Coordinate your lift with your partner. On the count of 3, lift the client together up towards the head of the bed. Do not drag the client. Make sure the body is in good alignment. Straighten out the lift sheet. Be sure there are no wrinkles under the client's back. Replace pillows under the client's head. Replace the top covers. Wash your hands and document the change of position, along with any pertinent observations. A common positioning procedure is turning the client toward you, another movement that improves comfort, relieves pressure, and improves circulation. As always, begin by washing your hands and telling the client what is about to happen. If you are using a hospital bed, raise the bed to your working height. Uncover the client, making sure the client is fully clothed or draped to avoid exposure or embarrassment. Lift the client's leg and cross it over the leg that is nearest you. Position the nearest arm so that you will not roll the client on top of it when you turn the client. Lift the far arm over the chest, bend the elbow, and bring the hand toward the client's shoulder. Place your hand nearest the head of the bed on the far shoulder. Place your other hand on the client's hip on the far side. Brace your thigh against the side of the bed and smoothly roll the client toward you. Make sure the client's upper leg rolls over. Bend it at the knee to keep the new position stable. On the opposite side of the bed, place your hands over the client's shoulder and pull the upper body to the center of the bed. Place your hands over the client's hips and pull the rest of the client's body to the center of the bed and into good body alignment. If the client is in a full-size bed, you will need to kneel on the bed and pull the client's upper body to the center. Place a pillow against the client's back and secure it by pushing part of the pillow under the client's back. The client's upper arm also should be supported on small pillows. Support the knee, ankle, and foot of the upper leg with a pillow. This also prevents the knees and ankles from rubbing against each other and causing skin irritation. Cover the client. Wash your hands and document completion of the procedure, as well as the client's reaction. Log rolling is done when there has been some injury or surgery to the client's back or neck. The goal of the procedure is to keep the spine as straight as possible. You will need a partner for this procedure. Start by washing your hands and informing the client of what you plan to do. Position yourself and your partner on the same side of the bed, with one person near the head of the bed and the other at the foot. Remove the top covers. Make sure the client is fully clothed or draped to prevent exposure or embarrassment. Place your hand and arm under the client's head and shoulder to stabilize the neck. Have your partner place her arms under the client's body and legs. On the count of 3, lift the client toward the edge of the bed. Do not allow the client to bend during the procedure. Remember to use good body mechanics, bending at your knees and keeping your back straight. Place a pillow lengthwise between the client's thigh and legs and fold the client's arm over the chest. Now move to the other side of the bed. Stand at the head of the bed with your partner at the foot. Reach over the client and roll the draw sheet firmly against the client. On the count of 3, roll the client toward you in a single movement, keeping the client's head, spine, and legs in a straight position. To maintain the client's new position and alignment, place pillows against the spine. Leave the existing pillow between the client's legs. Other small pillows or folded towels can be placed under the client's head and neck and under the arm for support. Fold the draw sheet back over the pillows supporting the spine. Make sure the client is comfortable. Cover the client. Before leaving the room, give the client some type of signaling device to call for assistance if needed. Wash your hands and record this repositioning and any observations. Dangling means having a client sit on the side of the bed with the client's legs hanging over the side. This is usually done when a client has recently had surgery and needs to move the legs around to prevent the formation of blood clots and relieve pressure on the client's back. This position is also used for clients who have been in bed for a period of time. Getting up too quickly can cause dizziness and lead to a fall. Wash your hands and tell the client that you want to dangle the client's legs. With hands supporting the shoulder and back of the client, sit the client up in bed. Now place your hands under the client's legs and slide the legs over the side of the bed. Ask the client to move their legs around for a few minutes. Check the client's pulse to make sure it is regular and strong. If the client becomes faint, tip the client's head down for a few seconds. After a few minutes of leg movement, lay the client down in bed. Transfer belts, or gait belts, are sturdy cloth straps that are fastened around a client's waist. They are used by aides to help lift a client or provide additional support when helping an unsteady client to walk. To apply a transfer belt, begin by telling the client what you are about to do. Position the client so you can apply the belt. If the client is lying down, set the client up into a sitting position on the edge of the bed. If the client is already sitting, have the client lean forward so you can slide the belt around the waist. Apply the belt over clothing, never over bare skin. It should be snug, but not too snug. You should be able to place 2 fingers between the belt and the client. Place the buckle side of the belt in the front. When walking or ambulating a client, place your hands under the belt in the back. Always walk the client holding onto the belt on the client's weak side. If you are using the belt to transfer the client out of bed, place both hands under the belt and support the client to stand. Remove the belt after you are done transferring or walking the client. Maintaining good body alignment is very important for keeping clients comfortable and for preventing pressure sores and contracture, a shortening of the muscles. It is especially important for clients who spend most or all of their time in bed or in wheelchairs. Postural supports are devices used to help ensure good body alignment. If you are not sure how to apply the postural support, ask your supervisor for directions. Gel foam cushions provide comfort and reduce pressure that can build when sitting all day in a wheelchair. Wedge gel cushions are higher in the front than in the back and prevent the client from sliding forward in a chair. Egg crate or convoluted cushions help relieve pressure on the buttocks. Heel guards are often used to prevent foot drops and to prevent skin breakdowns. Notice the holes in the sides of the guard, which let air in. These can be used in bed or in a wheelchair. Finger contracture cushions separate fingers to help prevent complete closure of the hand. This also helps prevent skin breakdown. Some simple guidelines apply when using these postural supports. Apply them correctly. Follow the manufacturer's guidelines. Consult the client's care plan and schedule to see when and how they are indicated for the client. Make sure that the body parts in contact with the support are kept clean and dry. Look for skin breakdown that can occur as the device rubs against the body. Keep the postural supports clean and in good working order. Whenever you move a client from a bed to a wheelchair, the move should be as safe and comfortable for the client as possible. Wash your hands and tell the client what you are going to do. Place the chair on the client's stronger side. Set the chair parallel to the bed. Lock the wheels and move the foot pieces to the side. Apply a sheet to the wheelchair if needed. If the seat of the wheelchair is not covered with some type of material, it may become quite warm for a client to sit on it for any length of time. Assist the client to sit at the edge of the bed. Help the client put socks and shoes on. Apply a transfer belt or gait belt. Make sure the belt is not too tight or too loose. Use good body mechanics. Spread your feet apart and flex your hips and knees. Grasp the transfer belt from underneath with both hands. Make sure your client is as close as possible to the edge of the bed. Using a count of 3, rock the client up to a standing position. Straighten your hips and legs, keeping your knees slightly flexed. If the client has a weak leg, press your knee against it or block the client's foot with yours. This will prevent the weaker leg from sliding out from under the client. Instruct the client to use the armrest on the wheelchair for support. Be sure to flex your hips and knees while lowering the client into the chair. Remove the transfer belt. Swing the foot pieces into position and place the client's feet on them. Unlock the wheelchair. Finally, wash your hands. Document the change of position, noting if the client assisted in the transfer and recording any other pertinent observations. To move the client back from the wheelchair to the bed, again begin by washing your hands and telling the client what you intend to do. Position the client's strong side toward the bed with the wheelchair parallel to the bed. Place the chair close enough to the head of the bed so the client will not have to be boosted up in bed. Lock the wheels and swing the foot pieces aside or remove them. Apply the transfer belt and place both hands on the front of the belt. Instruct the client to assume a position with feet flat on the floor and hands on the chair. Have the client move to the front of the chair. On the count of 3, have the client push up to a standing position. While standing, have the client turn toward the bed, using the stronger leg. The client should then slowly drop down to a sitting position. Remove the client's shoes and socks and the transfer belt. Next, assist the client into a lying position. Make sure the client is comfortable and is in good body alignment. Wash your hands. Document how long the client sat in the chair, as well as whether the client assisted in the transfer, and any other pertinent information. You may also need to transfer the client from a wheelchair to a toilet or to a commode, which is a portable toilet. Wash your hands and tell the client what you are doing. Place the wheelchair so that the client's stronger side is near the toilet. Lock the wheelchair and swing the foot pieces out of the way. Apply the transfer belt. Loosen the client's clothing, but not so loose that the pants might fall during the transfer. Have the client slide forward in the chair and place your feet apart. Grab the front of the transfer belt and ask the client to place their hands on the armrests. On the count of 3, push up. With the client standing, have the client hold the grab bar, favoring the stronger arm. Continue to hold onto the transfer belt and slowly lower the client onto the toilet. Lower the client's pants while the client holds onto the grab bar. Remove the belt and wheel the chair out of the way. Be sure toilet tissue is within reach. Then give the client privacy. Let the client call or ring for you when the client is ready to transfer back into the wheelchair. Wash your hands. Mechanical lifts can be a great help in moving a client when you don't have a partner to assist you. The first time you use a lift, do it under the supervision of a nurse who can make sure you're using it correctly. Wash your hands and tell the client what you plan to do. Bring the equipment into the room. Make sure the client is fully dressed or drape the client to prevent exposure or embarrassment. Position the chair near the bed and line it with a flannel sheet or regular sheet. Allow adequate room to maneuver the lift. Roll the client away from you. If the client is incontinent, be sure the client is wearing an adult brief or other padding. The canvas sling on the lift is quite expensive and difficult to wash, so protect it as much as possible. Place the sling under the client. If it's a one-piece sling, make sure it's not too high or too low. Roll the client away from you and straighten the canvas sling. Now roll the client onto the canvas sling in a supine position. Place the lift's horseshoe bar under the side of the bed, on the side with the chair. Have the base of the lift in maximum open position and lock it into place. Lower the horizontal bar to sling level by releasing the hydraulic valve slowly. Then lock the valve. Attach the hooks to the holes in the sling. The short hooks attach to the top holes in the sling. The lower hooks connect to the bottom. Point the hooks to the outside when attaching. Fold the client's arm over the chest. Pump the handle until the client is raised free of the bed, but no higher than necessary. Use the steering handle to pull the lift from the bed and maneuver it to the chair. Roll the base around the chair. Make sure the client is as far back in the chair as possible. Slowly lower the client into the chair. Make sure the client is positioned correctly. Unhook the chains and remove the lift. If straps are used, they can be removed. If a sling is used, it remains underneath the client, ready for when you transfer the client back into bed. Return the lift to its storage area and wash your hands. Document the transfer and report whether the client helped at all. Good body mechanics when moving and positioning a client is critical for good care. In this tape, we've learned the guidelines for lifting that will cause the least stress on your body. We've reviewed common bed positions and how to maneuver your client into them, the procedures for lifting, turning, log rolling, and dangling clients, and how to use a transfer belt. We've looked at postural supports and how they work. We've discussed transferring the client from a wheelchair, bed, and toilet. And we've learned how to use lifting devices to move the client. In our next tape, we'll learn about rehabilitation skills. For more Delmar Learning products, visit our website at www.delmarhealthcare.com.